How you doing? My name is Hector. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about animals, basically. Just starting a blog doing that, and probably post up a video once a week or so. Today I just want to talk a little bit about a urinary tract infection, mostly in cats. We see that mostly in cats. I say we see that because I work in an animal hospital and I've been working with animals and in the field for the past about 13 years or so. So I have knowledge in that. So I see this a lot, mostly in cats, I say, because of the way they're structured. Boys, for instance, their urethra is structured in like hair-like structure. So they're easily to get blocked, like a little crystal, a little stone could block them. The way they get these crystals, stones, what have you, is is by the diet that they eat. Now, a lot of people don't notice their cats drinking often. We ask that question, sometimes they don't know. A dog, on the other hand, you would see them drink a lot of water constantly. Cats do not do this a lot. Um, Usually, if you have a cat that does this, probably has an issue or something, probably diabetes or something like that. I'm not scaring you. If your cat usually does that, then that's normal. But usually we don't see that. Um, Now, when we tend to feed them a lot of dry food and they're not drinking water, they tend to get the UTIs. They tend to usually get the crystals and the stones and things like that. And that's when we have issues with them. When we have these issues, it's painful to the cat and it costs a lot of money. Things that you'll see is the cat going in and out the litter box, peeing in small amounts in places that he doesn't usually does, straining while in the litter pan, and going very small amounts on the roll. Um, when you see this, you should probably rush the animal to the hospital as soon as possible. Um, the reason I say this is because it's painful that when you can't urinate, once to your bladder and to the urethra and everything like that, and it gets swollen, gets irritated. Uh, so you don't want the cat to go through that pain, and two, it's like holding poison in their body. If they can't filter through the kidneys, it's like they're retaining all that urine, and it's not good for them. So they can lose function of their kidneys as well. So you don't want to wait too long on something like that. Things that we can do to avoid this is good diets and wet food. Wet food helps a lot. Um, but when you use the wet food, a lot of wet foods like let's say Purina now, and things you can buy at your normal deli or grocery store. They have special diets with like pH balance and low pH balance and things like that. That would actually help the cat. So you're reducing the risk. I'm not saying it's going to be the magic cure for it if it happens, but you're going to help reduce the risk. Another thing, cats love running water. They probably won't drink out the bowl, but they'll probably drink out that running water. You can let the faucet run a little bit. That's one thing. Or you can go out and buy a fountain for them. Fountains may cost a little bit of money, but like I said, the money you're going to be saving on the vet bills is going to be well worth it. Um, if you have any questions, please feel free to just leave one, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Um, and if anything, I'll get back to you with another video soon enough. And like I said, just maintain that diet. That's the best way to do it. Try to feed them wet food, and like I said, look at the type of food. You don't want to get them the worst brands neither, because they can build stuff up like that too, because it's not great food. If you have no problems and you've been feeding your animal the same food for the past many years, don't mess with what works. If you haven't had a problem now, why change it? And when you do change the diet, just do it gradually. Don't do it right away. Maybe the first day, add 25% of the new food and 75% of the old. Uh, and then little by little, you start mixing in the new food with the old food. And then you start getting rid of that old food. And then you just leave them with the new food. Don't ever want to change them right away. They can get diarrhea or something like that. And if you are going to start them on wet food and they haven't been on wet food for a while, maybe give them small amounts of it at a time, not a whole can or anything like that, so they won't get diarrhea. It won't be too upsetting to their stomach, at least until they get used to it. I know they tell us it might be more harmful for the teeth, and dry food is more good for that because it's like kind of brushing the tartar off and everything like that. But then you get these other problems when they're not eating the wet food because, like I said, they don't tend to drink a lot of water. Okay, so watch out for these things, and keep me posted, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, like I said, I'll be getting back to you probably once a week with these videos, different topic each time. Okay, so take care, have a good one, be safe. Bye.